your beard hair on the microphone. Attention, everybody! The views expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and/or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and/or nonprofits.
Oh, come on now. Really?
Been a while.
Come on.
I love that song.
There we go. Good morning! Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters here to beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay. Beautiful song. Sorry, I had no choice but to play this one this morning. I can't find my other music anywhere when I reset everything. All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
Oh, Mickey Mac-tastic. And this is the Morning Drive. We're glad to have everybody with us today. All right, so let me tell you
So,
about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. Crazy. Just randomly throughout the show today, I just want to play just like a little bitty
and
snippet.
if I start laughing, you're going to know why. Ooh.
I don't know how my music for my alarm changed.
I don't know.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
That's pretty good music. I like
It
it.
is. I mean, that's what do they call that? Bebop music back in the day?
It's catchy this early in the morning.
That is. I got to give credit where credit is due on that one. By Jewel Akins.
Yeah.
Jewel Akins.
Well, I got a new watcher.
Do you?
Nadine.
Nadine, hey, what's going on, Nadine?
How about that?
How about it? You know what I mean?
About it.
About it. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Drive. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
We already did this once, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I remembered it right after I said it.
Repeat.
You
This is a
That was backwards.
that was a rerun.
That was saying it backwards.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
day
I'm
is it
ready.
again? It's only Wednesday.
It's one of the days ending in Y. That's all I know.
Today's hump day.
Hump day.
Yes.
I'm still not finding it.
How,
You haven't
folks?
shared it yet, have you?
No, but I shouldn't have to share it.
Have you missed me? I've missed you. There was no comment on that. I can't hear the audience, so, you know.
Sorry. All right. You can't hear the audience?
No, I can. I said, I missed you. Did you miss me?
Yes, we missed you. of
Steve-O
course.
Mickey Max. I'm just some of these, you know, when I'm trying to go through and see things on my Facebook account. Then I see this like video meme of when Hillary's walking up into the jet, and they show a picture of President Trump hitting a golf ball, and that golf ball hitting her, and she falls. That's terrible.
Oh, that's just mean.
She didn't. I mean, she fell anyways. Security status, whatever that means. All right, let's clear that out.
Didn't she pass out a couple years ago?
Yeah, she did that over and over again. It seemed like she was just.
I don't know if that was a publicity stunt or if she really, some people say.
That was bad for her.
I don't know.
That was bad for her approval ratings.
Yes.
How would that? All right, I know. Okay, so I know it's Hillary. All right, but how would that? I mean, everybody trips and falls from time to time.
Well, because it didn't look like a normal trip and fall. It looked like she was having some sort of a seizure or a
Or that she was
Parkinson's.
faking it.
did.
They
Or
thought she was
what it looked
faking it.
Or some sort of I didn't think so.
You
Or
didn't?
some sort of Parkinson's. No.
Larry says that never gets old. So good morning, Jeremiah Umans, Larry Melton, Jonathan Kretzman, Jason B. Cobb, Marsha Holland.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Marcia, and everybody
And
else.
everybody else that's watching on Steve's Steve and Mickey Mac's watch party that we can't see your names. But hello nonetheless.
But I know who you are.
You all right?
Yeah.
Was that a relief sigh or a what am I going to do?
That was I Need Air.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
I didn't like pass gas or anything, so
Shoot, we would have known.
yeah. And if I were to do if I were to do something like that, I would make sure that we're all sat down and we can't just get up and
.bz.
.bz.
We ought to do a commercial.
Hashtag.
hashtag.
Oh, it's commercial time already.
Is it commercial time? Jana will be proud.
Well, she's not on here yet. so-
No. She'll get on and go, commercial! Am I on here already? You got my face on there already?
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. In case you're wondering why I look all weird-eyed, look, check it out.
You have eyes.
I'm really tired.
This is like 2 of
You know
them.
why I'm tired? Because I quit drinking those really strong energy drinks. I quit it. I quit. Boom. Done.
Good for you.
So what I'm looking into is something that I think that you guys can look into as well. But today's show is brought to you by Natural Solutions Store.bz. And
.bz.
that's right.
Hashtag.
And hashtag
Obsession.
Hashtag.
possession. It's the last time I got arrested. Anyways. Not really.
.bz.
Speaking of .bz,
Dot police.
What's this commercial anyway?
It's Natural Solutions Store. I'm waiting for my page to load.
You know, I contribute to Acts Ministry. They do a lot for a lot of ministries.
Well, if you're going to talk about it, then we need to see your face.
hello, Stormy. Good morning.
We can, because they're just looking at my face going,
.bz. Oh yeah, you should be moving your mouth like a bad movie.
yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead. You guys do the commercial. You ready? Do it.
.bz. Contribute to Acts Ministry. They have a lot of ministries that they support. You can even actually predetermine where your contribution goes by writing in the notes what ministry you want to contribute to in particular.
Wow.
Yeah, but
that
never-
looked really awesome.
Did it? Okay. Well, today also another thing I was going to talk about, and this is something that I'm going to order from Natural Solutions Store.bz because I no longer
Because?
take these hardcore, real heavy-duty energy drinks.
Yay!
But fear not. There's a product called All Natural Green Tea Energy on Natural Solutions Store.bz.
.bz.
.bz.
Obsession.
Possession.
Gentle all-day energy with no jitters. Many have described the energy from green tea as stable and steady. Provides great, gentle energy that lasts throughout the day without the jitters and the crash that high caffeine products and supplements will have. You will be surprised at how productive you can be
That's how fast it is.
on naturalsolutionstore.bz.
.bz.
Back to you guys.
Hashtag.
I can see where these commercials are entertaining for
Something
folks.
has gone wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know.
The commercials have
.bz.
commercials gone wild.
Yeah, check out Acts Ministry. Support us. Support one of the many
Did you say
ministries.
commercials
I know,
gone wild?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah. No, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Bye, folks.
Short show.
.bz.
.bz.
Yeah, this is the short show.
No.
Okay. I don't have that.
Okay.
I need to download that app again because Dr. Paul needs his music.
.bz.
Oh, we lost Dr. Paul's music.
I'll have to find it again.
Oh.
.bz. Oh, why am I saying that?
Hashtag. Hashtag.
Hashtag and hashtag.
I'm tired too. Phew.
I am. I'm still got a little bit of that drug in me.
Which one? The one that was given to you legally
Yes, it was.
by a licensed physician,
Yes, just want to make that clear.
Anesthesiologist.
an anesthesiologist.
Want to make that
What'd they
very
do
clear.
to you?
Well, they did a CT with what is that?
A C-section. I didn't know you were pregnant.
That's where all the weight went.
That's where all the weight went. Yeah, we can see that.
Let's see, a CT. You know that? What do they call that stuff they give you?
Dilaudid?
Yeah, Dilaudid,
They gave him Dilaudid.
and it was a lot of
And
Dilaudid.
he was really delighted about
Okay,
it.
so what for?
It was sharp pain.
Morning, everybody on XRadio.com.
I'm trying to be not give TMI here, but from the lower underneath the stomach area to the midsection of the stick.
The prostate.
Yes, that area, and it was very painful to the point where I was in tears, And Rachel's like,
20%
we're
okay.
going to the hospital right now.
And what
And-
was it?
Actually, it was the continuation of bacterial infection.
In your prostate?
No.
Oh.
In your urinary tract.
Yes.
Oh.
And now they're
that
thinking,
sucks.
you know that operation I had at the end of June, the double hernia?
The one where you became. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a nerve in there that just didn't want to cooperate, and it's still not cooperating. And so the urologist is like, well, guess what? And I'm like, don't say the S word. You know, meaning surgery. And
Oh. Oh. Okay.
not that word. So it looks like I won't know for a couple weeks what they're going to do, but it looks like I may end up going to MU and getting the doctors to take a look at it and find out exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to do it.
MU.
Mizzou University, the hospital up there in Columbia.
So you'll be a student patient,
Yeah, I didn't want to say guinea pig.
guinea pig.
Well, guinea pig student. It's something they've done before. I've never heard of it until my urologist told me.
Well, I would think since they teach the doctors, the teachers there
Yeah,
are among the best in the world, probably.
right. It is a teaching hospital like U of M. You know, it's a teaching hospital.
Okay. So you guys are going to be hearing all kinds of interesting things on here today.
.bz.
Oh, .bz.
You
not
want interesting?
okay.
I'll give you interesting. Hashtag.
Possession.
Obsession.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. We're waiting.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are dogs somewhere in someone's house barking right now.
Matt.
Aha! That's when somebody comes up with a bright idea.
See how I did that?
We can clear our throat. All right, who let the cows out? Who let the cows out?
Good morning, Jeremiah. What's this thing about life support?
Oh, man.
We need life support.
I'm alive and well, not on life support.
I don't know how to stop it. Once it starts,
Was that a lion?
It's so new that
it's an anteater.
That's an anteater?
Yeah.
What? Sucking up all the ants.
Thank you. Thank you.
No.
CJ, that was for you.
Yeah, that was definitely for me. Awkward.
That's when you say something you shouldn't.
What is
Oh,
this? I don't know
no.
what this is. It's called BT. Let's see what it says.
Whoa.
What exploded?
Whoa. Oh.
I
You're
like
breaking
it.
the
Neat.
sound
I
barrier.
like that. Do that one again.
Oh,
like
wait.
Superman.
Let me go that way.
Infinity and beyond. Well, not a sponsor.
Hi,
That,
Linda.
that's cool.
That was awesome.
That's my favorite.
BT load. What's this?
Hi, Linda.
Okay. And?
BT pistol.
Oh, yeah.
Weird. That was a reverse. That was a gunshot in reverse.
Oh, it sounded like a bad helicopter.
There's something wrong with that one.
That was a telephone going backwards.
Baby rattle.
Oh. Don't cry.
Well, we wanted you to hear the people that are trying to impeach Trump. We wanted you to hear their case. Here we go. And then here's the defense's side.
especially after what we heard, it's imploding.
Oh, this is too much fun. This is it's a balloon pop.
You missed.
I like that.
Oh,
I like
excuse
that
me.
too. That's pretty cool.
What's gonna happen next?
Warning. Oh, I see what it does.
Will it be
You do that.
another
Did you do the
commercial?
warning?
Check it out. Yeah.
Or was that on
Be
it?
like, attention, everybody. The views expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Axe Media Group, Axe Ministry, and/or their affiliate nonprofits or affiliate, whatever. You have it.
What an intro.
I know, right?
Could you?
Oh my.
that was- And now for the sports.
We should definitely.
Super Bowl this weekend.
And that's how
Grizzly?
the Super Bowl's gonna go.
That's no. The Bears aren't in the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Battlefield. Oh, that's going to be loud. You guys ready for that?
That's what it's gonna sound
That's
like
it?
between the two teams, Kansas City and San Francisco. This is how it's gonna sound.
Battlefield. Is that shell shocked? Is that or
Could be. That's a beetle. Beetle noise.
Oh man, I was ready for the battle. That's what the San Francisco 49ers are gonna feel when they
It
get
is.
knocked down.
time for commercial?
Already?
Already.
We just did one.
You're there.
Already?
It's Matthew. Is it Natural Solutions or what?
Please.
Bingo. Anyways,
See,
we got
there
a
you go.
bunch of
That
new.
was your answer.
We got a bunch of new stuff to mess around. with.
that was your answer.
All right. So
Yeah.
let's move this on back over. Hey, everybody, Matt here again with the Morning Drive. This show is brought to you by NaturalSolutionStore.bz. That's right, NaturalSolutionStore.bz.
.bz.
So today, I'm going to have too much fun with this.
Folks, forgive him.
I may not be able to find the particular app that has Dr. Paul's opening music on it. So this is going to be interesting.
Good morning, Mike.
Let me find it again here.
Did I lose you?
Nope.
Okay.
So today's show is brought to you by NaturalSolutionStore.bz, and a product I want to talk about is CBD. All right, so if you've never tried CBD capsules, they're way better for you than any kind of narcotics that you might take, things like that. So these come in 10, 25, and 50 milligram doses, so that way you can find the dose that works best for you.
Amen.
You don't want to just go willy-nilly all into a 50 milligram.
No
you don't even know
willy-nilly.
how. No willy-nilly.
Oh, come on.
No.
I gotta
BZ.
feel good.
Willy-nilly.bz.
Willy-nilly. Obsession.
Hashtag.
All right, so go online if you have a lot
You
of
shot
body
my
pains and
dream
stuff.
down.
If you have a lot of pain and stuff in your shoulder, your back, your knees, your legs, your stomach, da 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 da. I can go on and on about this. I can name every part of the body, all 557,000 of them, which I don't think that's an accurate number.
I was going to
But-
say that's a lot.
Go online, NaturalSolutionStore.bz, and pick up something to help your pain today. CBD capsules, NaturalSolutionStore.bz. Back to you guys.
Ta-da.
That was great. That was
That
great.
was great.
That wasn't even. I don't know what that was.
What was that?
From Tickle Wow Wow.
Oh, no.
That's my brain working this morning.
Something gone wrong.
Something gone wrong, baby.
Something gone really, really wrong. .bz.
Hey, calm down.
Whoa,
Calm
hey.
down, folks.
Right. I'm just saying.
Sounds like a... Sounds like a good strike to me.
Yeah. Boxing bell.
Yo.
Yeah. All right.
Yo.
Am I still on?
Yeah.
Yes,
My
you-
face?
No.
No.
Oh,
Did you want it on?
no.
And they're off.
All right, I'll stop with those. There's too many of them. That was
That was good.
Yeah.
You even had your mouth
Yeah.
closed that time.
camera snap. All right.
Thank you.
Well,
I
those
needed
are-
my picture
This is
taken anyway.
this is a sound from Jay's house in the morning.
Oh yeah,
when he's
crackling
camping.
fire.
That'll put
Sure
me to sleep.
is. Yeah. That,
Oh, that'll put you to sleep for sure.
And then
that was
I
how
wake
I
up
started
late.
my morning.
Then I wake
And
up
how I
late
went to
and
bed.
I'm in a hurry to go pick up Jay. I'm like, wait for it. That's a long one.
Sounds like a really bad snowmobile.
That's
I've
what
heard
it's like.
snowmobiles sound like that.
Oh yeah.
Then what about me?
Not BZ.
Exactly. That was me this morning. I'm glad that was me this morning.
Car turbo. Ran of that car fight. Oh, cat fight. Catapult, you ready for this?
You can combine them.
Yeah.
Nailed that sucker.
That cat is gone, boy, I tell you.
It's splat. There you go. No, that's a chainsaw.
Listen here, Steve, you are the best a man could ever ask for.
Hey, you found your beep. You've been looking for the beeper.
I can do this all day. This is a Chihuahua. Here we go.
Oh, my dog would be going nuts right now. His ears would be up. That was me driving my car. Tell me to get out of the way.
I'm gonna have to stop this here in just a second. We'll have to get on with the show, but
You could add that to your beatbox.
yeah. I can't.
You got the beat. You got the beat.
That's a chomp, right? Shine. Chipmunk. That makes sense.
It's chipping.
What was that one?
That was all the way up. Hang on a second. Let me find. I gotta. I'm not even near the bottom. I'm near the bottom, but I'm not at the bottom yet.
Ah.
Cockatoo.
Won't go
Sound
there.
like my ex-wife. Sorry. Ooh,
Collect
that
rocks.
wasn't very nice.
Compressed air.
Oh, that's the way I felt.
Oh my goodness.
Here's a confused dog. Here we go.
It's Scooby-Doo.
It's like, what did you just say?
Consequences will never be the same.
Awkward.
Have no clue.
What was that?
Uh-huh. That was called contraption.
Yes, it was.
Y'all heard about the SARS virus?
The size of what?
SARS has been around for a long time.
Is it? No. What is it that's going on in China?
Oh, the
It's a-
virus.
That's a come something or other.
By the way,
virus.
Beijing, they're quarantined now. People are quarantined. You can't go in or out, obviously. And we've got missionaries that are in Florida that was at our church on Sunday morning. Now they can't get back home. I know. I feel the same way.
Some of these are sensitive. You got to hold the button down for it to. Otherwise, it's just like.
That
Oh,
was
that one that we were probably trying to listen to, Battlefield.
actually
I bet Battlefield was one of those.
the crickets. They all disappeared except for two.
That's the sound of a crocodile. It sounds like a
really bad
sounds like a really badly running motor.
boat.
Here's. All right, so I'll tell you a little story about when my oldest son was being born. I was in the room with her. But the lights were getting ready to be turned out. She's going to go to bed. Her mom had brought a whole bunch of stuff, right, to munch on. to chew on, to eat, while she was there. I went into the waiting room and fell asleep on the couch. But this is what it sounded like in there while I was not there. So I get woke up after just finally getting to sleep after 2 days of no sleep, and her mom comes in and says she wants you in there with her. She doesn't want me in there anymore. And then when I was in there talking to her, she explained it, where this is what it sounded like in the dark while she was trying to sleep. Cuckoo. What? Oh, cuckoo.
Yes, it's that time.
I can't hear you! You eyeballing me? Go, go, go!
I can sit here all day and do this.
Do you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, we heard you.
Louder!
Yes.
Sir, no, sir! Sir, yes, sir!
I'm loving this thing.
Put some bass in your voice, Private! Yes, drill sergeant!
Yeah. Sorry. Dentist drill. A lot of people hate this. Ooh, that's not a dentist drill.
Make my teeth even hurt now.
That's a pneumatic drill. That's not a dentist drill. Well, I guess dentist drills are pneumatic drills.
Yeah, they can be.
Are you getting sleepy over there, Jay? Am I boring you? We need. I never did get the bells.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's your bell. That was an idea.
Do it.
See, do it. Oh, poor doggy.
Aw.
Poor doggy.
This is me after walking one flight of steps. All right, I'm going to stop for now because we got a show to get to.
We do?
Yes.
Oh, that's what we're here for.
Sorry, everybody. Turn off the
okay,
lights.
Jay.
That attracts them. I'm going back to bed, Larry says. Stop that, Matt. Did you send a promo of the band to Millsap Farms yet? No, I have not. The carnivorous is coming, so I think coronavirus is what it's called.
Corona, yeah.
So I think the corona. I'll have a Corona for breakfast and go to bed. That's funny.
Wow.
And Jeremiah, you man said his good friend and coworker Jeremy is on life support. So let's pray for Jeremy today. Turn off the lights. That attracts them. You know how hard it is for me to stop messing with that right now.
Yes, it is.
It's very, very difficult.
It's okay, Jay.
It's very difficult.
I can very easily go to sleep.
Yeah, I could too. Sort of.
I could.
Hold on a second. There's got to be something on here.
Well,
for that.
no.
That's supposedly the door creaking open. That was the wrong button.
That's an annoying door.
There we go.
Yes.
All right. I gotta stop doing this. This is too much fun.
It's contagious, folks. Do not get a sound effects app on your phone.
Well, I thought it was really, really cool. That reminded me of the story you were telling me this morning. You were praying to God. What do you want me to do? I mean, and then as soon as you were finished, the door in front of you opened,
Yeah,
and you walked in there,
there was nobody there.
and there was nobody there. Then what did you do?
I went through. I looked for people. Talked to tried to get somebody to respond to me. I went across the place, up the stairs on the other end of the building, through the apartment area, their common area, and was calling out to see if anybody was there. Nobody was there. Went down the other side. It went out and down the stairs on the other side of the building, and there was Becky and Jonathan. And I ended up visiting with Becky for a little while. She expressed that she did watch the show yesterday, and she understood my concerns. And
That's
then,
good.
I ended up talking to one of the guys for a little while, which was
Then normally
really-
wouldn't have just come up and talked to you.
No, I wouldn't have gone up there to talk to him.
See, so it was just cool. Literally, right after you finished your sentence to God.
Literally right after.
The door opened itself. Well, it didn't open itself. God opened the door.
Literally.
Now, that is a physical
manifestation
of exactly the scripture that knock, seek and you shall find, ask and you will receive, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. Hallelujah.
And I realize I'm impatient and I have little faith that I need a sign like that in order to know what to do.
I'm guilty of that.
But I'm also thankful for God's giving me the sign that He did, which I'm not real sensitive to that kind of stuff. People tell me a door opens, and I'm like, yeah, okay. But
or when you think a door is open and you try to walk through it and realize, well, maybe it wasn't God.
Well, like the supernatural display, you know, the supernatural physical displays, and the physical evidence that I got that God was leading me to do this was overwhelming to me, and not the kind of thing I'm usually very influenced. I'm skeptical of those things, but these things were so specific and so relevant, and so it was undeniable for me.
That's different.
Where I would normally be skeptical of that stuff and cautious and not make decisions based on things like that.
Right.
You know, for me, it's logic, reason, it's the budget, dollar, cents, you know, timelines, the schedule, you know, where I have to be, when I have to be there, how far away I am, how far I have to go. You know, all those things are normally how I base decisions. But, I mean, I extended my travel time to work by moving further away from work, and because God gave me signs that this is where He wanted me to be, and then the door opening like it did. I'm excited to see God's direction in my life in that way, because I don't really want to be somewhere where I'm doing something. You know, I can do a lot of things in God's name and serve God and be committed to God's work, but then it turns out that
That's right, Dennis.
Most of the feedback I get from people of any kind of influence that I've had on them has nothing to do with the purposeful direction that I took in my life in service to God. It's usually something else, and I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So it was God working through me, not me working for, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, which I love that, because it keeps you humble, and it continues to put you in a place of humility when you realize the work that God did through you had nothing to do with the work that you were doing. You know?
Dennis Everson
it's
said,
weird.
He will at times make things very, 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 very clear for us hard-headed folk.
Yeah.
Gideon got clear signs on what to do whenever it came time to move forward. It was still hard. It was definitely a battle. Larry says God is everywhere and He is in all things.
Yeah. Amen.
You know how we have, okay.
I'm sorry that my faith is so scarce that I need that.
Yeah, we just need to trust in the Lord, you know.
Join the club, Jay. How many of us out there battle with that all the time? Like, you know, God tells you, hey, go tell this person this, this. And we go, oh, okay, I want to do that, but what if I'm wrong? What if I'm just
What
here?
if?
You know, and that's lack of faith. And, you know, we all suffer from that.
Right, we do.
And as we get older and the more we do and the more we see God's will happen when we obey Him in that way, the easier it'll become, and the more you don't care if people think that you're crazy or not. Because people already think we're crazy. I'm just saying, the three of us in particular, people already think we're crazy.
Well, you anyway.
Yeah, me for sure.
For sure. Yeah,
Right. I'm sure.
Ouch!
I'm just teasing that.
Eh?
So
Yeah, I'm
it's
crazy.
really comforting to see God giving me direction that would not be according to my own plans, my own designs. I had my own plans and my own designs, some way. You know, I wanted to take a particular direction, and I was developing a plan to move my life in that direction. And then so much came about that changed the direction of my life, and it was clear to me where God wanted me and where God wanted me, not so clear what He wanted me to do.
Right.
And again, that's where Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 come in. trusting in the Lord, and don't lean on your own self to do things. Lean on Him, and
Lean not on your own understanding.
Yep, He'll put the path, or He'll guide you in the right path. You just got to lean on Him instead of yourself. And
Yeah. Well, I also have an apology to make. I know that Larry Melton, if you're still listening, your wife mentioned when I was talking about needing a woman in my life and a wife in my life, and she said that I needed to trust God and that be closer to God because that was really all I needed in my life. And I said something about how I was tired of hearing that because I was hearing that all the time, and that the desire for a woman in your life is a real desire, and it's not something that should be dismissed. But she was right, you know?
Yeah.
To seek God and His will and His approval in your life and to abandon your own plans and your own desires is really the best way to live and the best life that you can have. And it's a way that you can see God moving and working in your life, and He has a plan for us. He has a design. And I'm interested and excited to see what that is, though I am impatient, very impatient. And I do need clear signs. I do need clear feedback from God that I'm in the right direction. You know?
Yeah.
That's where I made my mistake. You know, when I told you guys that I was leaving for South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I really thought it was God's will for me to be down there. And, of course, you know, two different ministries wanted me to be a part of their ministry. And I'm like, oh, well, then this is really a God thing. Well, you know, when you get it, I said, well, I really need a clear sign. And obviously the clear sign is the apartment building we were going to move into burned to the ground.
Right.
And I didn't find out until like the day before we left, and I'm glad that it happened because we were going to ship our stuff down there early. I'm glad we didn't because we would have lost everything. So you see, that was a clear sign from God that it wasn't not that I can't ever go down there, but at this point.
See, I would need multiple signs. For me, I would be like, well, that means I need to really push through and persevere, and this will work patience, and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then it's multiple signs, you know? Clear signs that put up roadblocks, or not roadblocks, but, you know, one-way signs.
Dennis Everson says, I struggle with it. You just need to find him. Hold on, that's Larry says that. Hold on, let me catch up.
And sometimes we need multiple signs. It's not like we think we only need one sign, but sometimes we need.
I struggled with it yesterday, and basically I failed on it, but I will have a chance to do it again. I know that. Oh, that's in regards to me talking about following God's orders. He says, make sure you become the kind of man, the kind of woman you want in your life would want. A lady will come to you, and God will send her, Jay.
Well, I didn't mean to talk about a wife or anything again, and that I haven't really been thinking about that lately. What I've been thinking about is how harsh I was with Larry Melton's wife when she said to trust God and all of those things, and I was really upset about that, because impatience. But what I meant by that was I meant that I owed her an apology to begin with, because I was speaking harshly to her about it. But more importantly is that it's a joy to see God giving me instruction and a direction. And these aren't things that come directly from the Word of God. You know, I usually want to have, if it's not backed up by God's Word, then I don't believe that it's instruction from God. But these things that have happened are clear instruction from God. Like for me to pray, God, I don't know why you have me here, but I'm here, and I don't know what I should be doing. Please, you know, I can't remember exactly the words that I said, but as soon as I said it, the door opened. And I was standing there just looking out, you know, at basically a building and the sky and whatever is in front of me. There was a car there, and then this door just opened.
Like literally.
And I thought, no. You know, and normally I would just say, well, somebody didn't close that door. But with all the things that have come and led up to my being there to begin with, I knew that for some reason this was God's instruction to me. Well, then I walked in the door and there was nobody there. And I'm calling out to people, nobody's there. I go through, come up the back steps, nobody's there. I go walking through the apartment, I'm calling out, is anybody here? Nobody there. Well, then I leave the apartment and I go down the stairs and there's 2 people right there. And that led to a really important and I think
Good morning, Steve Schultz.
a good foundation. It led to a good foundational talk with 2 people that I think are really good beginnings.
Larry Mount says, I will pray for that lady and about you, Jay. And then Larry says, my wife is a Sunday school teacher. And Steve Schultz joined us.
Well, Michael Miller was also saying that also
It's
peace
not
of
a
mind and being
tumor.
present.
What's that?
That man interrupted me.
Sorry, that's Arnold, so what can you do?
No, he was saying that also peace of mind and being prepared.
I'm prepared to do whatever it is the Lord wants me to do, but I still have roadblocks. You know, I mean, I have a schedule that I have to keep. So I have this show that's a regular schedule, and I have a job that's a regular schedule. So I'm not that guy who's driving down the road and gets this idea, hey, turn left here. You know, I just don't follow those kinds of things that pop into my head.
Yeah. Well, that didn't just pop
Also-
into your head. That
well,
popped right
also
into your face.
Right, schizophrenia runs in my family. So when I hear voices, when ideas and things pop into my head, I tend to question them and be skeptical of them.
It's a good thing. Okay, so in a way, you're paranoid about your paranoia.
Yeah, because I used to think that the government was following me. Every white car or black car that I saw, I thought was a government agent.
Like if
that
I
was
would've drove
following
by
me
with my
and
black-
watching me.
If I would have driven by you in my black Highlander, you would have knew for sure I was after you.
I would have known it was.
And I remember you telling me about this, and this is before we got out of drinking. And you said, and then I just started telling myself, why would the government be wanting to follow me? Why would the government? What do I know that the government wants so bad?
I knew that it wasn't that idea made it to where I understood that my paranoia wasn't reasonable, and that my delusions were not reasonable. I don't know anything and haven't done anything in my life that would attract the government's attention like that.
Yeah.
And they would watch me for 10 minutes and be like, "Why are we here? What are we doing? Who is this guy? Wait, why? You know what?
What?
This has got to be wrong."
Yeah.
You know, these instructions have got to be wrong. They picked the wrong guy. We got the wrong guy here, you know. And so
Yeah, it's like,
Who are you?
that is a way that I battle the schizophrenia and the paranoia is to reason with it and to say, what is this really? Because this doesn't make sense when you consider all the evidence
right.
of
So
what's
what are you
really
doing
going
here?
on.
Morning, Dorothy.
Sorry.
But I still battle paranoia all the time.
And I battle OCD, like, and you have to do it. You have to battle it in a logical way. Like
What kind of OCD?
like, I'll be obsessed with the idea that I didn't lock the doors. I would get up probably 10, 15, 20 times a night to double check and make sure I turned the faucet off.
Right.
Make sure I get up in the middle of the night to make sure I locked the latch on the chicken house or things like that. Even when I was way younger, over and over again, I'd be like, okay, man, and it was frustrating.
And then there's an anxiety over all of it.
Absolutely, and I would say, all right, I'm going to think I didn't do this, but because I'm saying this out loud for myself right now, I'll remember that I did it, and that helped. I know it sounds stupid, it sounds weird,
Yeah.
but it worked. And it works.
You know,
I still
Rachel,
battle it.
when we go on vacation, Rachel and I will be driving down the road, and she'll go, "Did I turn the oven off?" I'm like, yeah, we're in a trailer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure we did. And she goes, I'm not sure. And so then we'll go back. Yep, it was off.
Yeah.
But
Snakes. Did you say snakes?
See, and those are normal feelings, so it is kind of hard to figure out. It's hard to say, you know, because if I express some of my fears and anxieties and my paranoia and stuff like that, if I just express, say, a single event of it, everybody can relate to it because we all go through it. But to live with that constant, like that being the primary thought process in your head, is when you realize this isn't normal compared, even though everybody can relate to each individual instance of that questioning and paranoia, and and fear, to be going through it as a characteristic of who you are all the time, every day. That's where you realize, wait a minute, this isn't normal.
Didn't you? You had a roommate when you were in the Corps.
Uh-huh.
Well, what would be
I had
the
several. I had 5.
Church Army?
Yeah.
The one that was schizophrenic, right? Or the one that he's schizophrenic, and he was on a permanent trip on acid or something to that extent. And you asked him what it was like to be that way, and he said, "Well, because you said hello, and he turned around."
That
and
wasn't in the Corps. That was when I first went into detox.
Have fun feeding the pigs, Larry. We need to buy some hog food from you, or not food, but
That was when I
like
went to
Pig.
detox and inpatient
eating
recovery.
pig. And he said,
I met him there.
when I turned around and you were there, I was glad that you were
He
actually
was
there.
using bath salts, and what he had was schizophrenia. It caused schizophrenia, and they thought it might be permanent for him.
Wow.
And
Bath
what he
salts?
said it was like is,
Not actually. You know what bath salts are?
Yeah.
The drug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yep.
The
So
one that
he
made
sa-
that guy eat that other guy's face in Florida.
Yeah.
yeah. So what he said it was like was, he said, this is what it's like. Say we're all here, right? We're all here together. And the voices that I hear are the voices of the people that are around me that I'm interacting with at the time, that are part of my life. So they're voices I recognize and hear every day. But what it's like with the schizophrenia is I would be walking down the hall and I would hear you call my name behind me. And I turn around and look and you're there. And you go, that's what he said it's like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he hears it all the time, and most of the time I'm not there.
See, he's hearing the same thing, but you're not there.
He hears me behind him all the time talking to him.
Oh, man.
But then when he turns around to look, I'm not there. But when I am there, he's like, this time it's real.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm also working.
Which
While
with
you're talking-
schizophrenia, they can have hallucinations. So you turn around and the person is there, but really is not in the flesh.
Circus
That,
sounds.
that can be very, very, very scary.
Yeah, and I know somebody who has that, which is terrifying to think of somebody having.
Well, in a way, remember my friend Jack? He went through that same thing.
Yeah. I think they even imagined they could feel. So if they reached out to touch their imagination, it would feel even to them as though that was a physical thing
That's exactly
that was
it.
actually there.
Yep.
They could put their arm around each other and be friendly like that and stuff. But for some reason, there's something about the mind that prevents them from publicly acting that way. Because you don't see people who are paranoid schizophrenics who have hallucinations and delusions walking in like this, hey, buddy, talking to a friend.
Hollywood kind of messes around with that, and they make you. But when you see a documentary, it's a whole different ball game.
So I think the logical, reasonable reality part of the person's mind is still there, so they can control their behavior in some way. But then I think, and it recognizes, hey, this is in public. If you do this, people will look at you funny, and you'll get attention, and they'll probably call an ambulance. You know what I mean? So there's something about it. It's a very strange disease. And I've talked to people who were
Complex,
in the
maybe?
throes of an all-out hallucination, delusion, paranoid schizophrenia. And it is terrifying for them, and it was for me, though I trusted the Lord and I knew that God had me there for a reason. And I'd learned some things about how to deal with it that really helped a lot.
Well, it's time for us to get out of here.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to find Dr. Paul's.
you've been playing with your new toy.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find Dr. Paul's intro music. Tony Hammock is in the hallway. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm not going to do any
Music?
any music today, unless you guys want to do it.
I don't have anything planned.
No, you don't want to go dun 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 like to thank everybody for joining us on the morning drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. So we will get on here next. Tune in next for Tony Hammock with the new gold standard. So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name's Steve.
And this has been
The
Morning Drive.
Drive easy.
That was funny. Terribly.